Hey folks, Steve here. Quick tool update review for my framing nailer. This is the DeWalt DCN 21PL, and it's the 21 degree, takes plastic collated nails anywhere from 2 inch to 3 1/4 inches. And I have now officially shot over 5,000 nails out of this thing. It does jam once in a while, but it's not like frequently. I love this gun. Up on a roof, up on a lift, doesn't matter what you're doing, and you do not miss that hose at all. And framing nailers, like I have a big Bostich, and the Bostich is not necessarily any lighter than this, although that will take a 3 1/2 inch nail, whereas this takes a 3 1/4 inch nail. So these are not quite 16s. They're plastic collated and they have the full round head. As far as the nails that I've bought, I've shot 2 3/8, which I believe is a number 8 or a number 10, and I've shot 3 1/4, which is a number 12. I don't know if it's a number 16, but it's very close to a 16 penny. So, what do I like about this gun? I like the fact it's cordless. What do I not like? It is a heavy gun. This is as heavy or heavier than that Bostich, but you don't have the hose dragging. And so if you're up somewhere high, you know, you've got the weight of the hose too. So I'm going to say, you know, it might be a give and take there. Rafter hook is nice, but that rafter hook works very well on the non-magazine side. But as far as if you put it over on the other side, then the magazine or the magazine is in the way, and so unless you hang it just right, you could have some issues there. This did actually take a tumble, but it did not. No damage at all, so we got lucky on that one. One thing I learned on this, which does not happen with my Bostich air nailer, and I have not used any other cordless framers, so you know that's it. I know with my Bostich that it won't shoot if you do not have any nails. Yeah, now it'll misfire and you won't get a nail out, but if it's out of nails, it will not fire. That tells you, hey, it's time to reload. This thing actually stops you with about 4 nails left out of your clip in the magazine, and it says, hey, time to reload, even though you have 4 in there. At first, I didn't know what was happening. And I was figuring, okay, so I don't have the gun set up right, or I am doing something wrong, or the gun itself is just not functioning correctly. And so what I was doing for the first 10 or 15 clips that I put in this thing, I'd remove the 4, throw them in my belt, and then put a fresh clip in. Clip holds 28 nails, I think. So, you know, with that, then, you know, I was good to go until I mentioned it to one of the guys that I work with on a crew. And he said, oh, I don't know what brand it was, does the exact same thing. That just tells you you're getting low on nails. You know, it's not a misfire. And so after that, I would leave the 4 in, just simply, you know, lock the catch back, insert new, slide them up, release, and I was good to go, and I could use those 4 nails. So I probably threw, oh, I don't know, 10, 12. You know, I threw a couple, 3 clips away, not realizing, you know, I just didn't know what the tool was doing. So, what do I love? Rafter hook, as long as it's not on the magazine side. I love the cordlessness of it. I do not like the weight of it, but again, you know, with a cord, you're going to have the weight of the cord when you're up high. And is there anything else that I don't like? Yeah, it's not overly difficult, but if you get a jam, this thing right up here will actually, will once in a while clear your jam for you. Otherwise, you have a tool on board right here. It's an Allen key. Don't know what size it is, but it's specific to the tool. And you loosen up these 2 Allen key screws. And they actually have 2 thread patterns. And so the first thread pattern will loosen this up, and it will basically allow you to drop the magazine a little bit and free whatever your jam is. Or if you take them all the way out, the magazine actually falls free and clear. So with that, when you are in, you know, granted, I would prefer a lever up here. So if you had a lever of some sort that you could then just pop the top off, clear the jam, put it back, that would be better. I think that's what I have on the trim nailer that I have that's cordless. In this case though, you loosen these screws, you clear your jam, but that relies on a tool. And if you're up high on a ladder, on a lift, on a roof, and you drop that tool while you're trying to clear a jam, you don't have a tool. And then you're not clearing your jam and you don't have the tool, and then you're going to come down the ladder, you're going to get off the lift, whatever is going to happen, find your tool or have someone throw it back up to you. I guess you could try and figure out a way to get a spare Allen key on this thing somewhere so the tool is on board. But other than that, I really don't have any other complaints, other than, you have to have a tool to clear major jams. This is sometimes effective. I don't use this tool often, but the things that I like outweigh the things that I think kind of take away from this gun. All right, well, there you go. Again, 5,000 plus nails shot out of this thing, and it's going strong, and I really do appreciate it. And batteries do last on this. They have some longevity. I'm running 5 or 6 amp hours. The 60 volt flex, just too much for this particular gun. I mean, talk about weight, and then you add that battery to it. So, 4, 5, 6 amp hour batteries, and I'm good to go. The switches, I've always set it on speed 2, which is the faster setting. If you're only shooting 2-inch nails, you can set it to 1 and it'll drive your 2-inch nails exactly what you want. Depth gauge is easy to adjust and easy to manage. And the bump fire, where if you have it on bump fire, you pull the trigger, you'll actuate the flywheel. If, however, it is on single fire, then you have to depress the tip in order to get it to actuate. So there you go there. But pulling the trigger doesn't do anything there. I almost always have this one on bump fire, whereas my trim nailer is almost always on single fire. And honestly, I don't think that has 2 speed settings. I think there's only a single speed on that one. So there you go, 5,000 nails later, and wow, I am so happy I bought this, or the company bought it. It's getting all jumbled now, but I'm so happy with this particular tool. I would recommend it. I would be interested in the 30 degree, but that's paper collated, and I was concerned about the paper collated. And if you're doing anything in the rain, what's going to happen to the paper collation? Or if you leave your box out, you're working or whatever, but the box gets wet. So that was my only concern there. Otherwise, I'd heard good things about the 30 degree as well. And the 30 degree, apparently, because of the rake of the angle of the magazine, will take more nails. I think it'll take 2 full clips. I don't know about that, but this one takes only 1 clip of nails, and the clip of nails is just under 30 nails, 28, I think. Although this would handle probably 40, 45 nails, but you can't get 2 full clips in there. So I was actually taking a clip and cutting it in half and getting 2 14s, and then I'd put a 29 and a 14, or a 28 and a 14 in there, and it would almost fill up the magazine. And that was convenient, but then you have to, grabbing a half, grabbing a full, what are you gonna do? Otherwise, there you have it. It's a thumbs up on this particular tool. I would buy it again. If it went down, I've got other ways to make things happen now if I'm framing, and this is only for framing. I've put sheathing up with the 2 3/8 inch nails, and we put purlins up with the 16s, and we framed with the 16s, and so it really, really, really worked out well. Okay, well, there you have it, folks. Thanks.